Pheasants is the very first house on the St Mellion Park development on Dunstan Lane. There is a pub, a church and a good primary school in the village of St Mellion. You're between Callington and Saltash for day-to-day shopping, and Plymouth is just 20 minutes away. But the main pull of living here is the St Mellion International Golf Course and the Jack Nicklaus Signature Course. And although you will have to pay to play, as an owner here you get the benefit of a social membership for two, which allows you to use the pool, the gym, the spa and the tennis courts for free. The property has 4 bedrooms with potential for a 5th if needed, a double garage with electronic roller doors and a good sized garden overlooking the second fairway. So it's a real TARDIS, this house. I really couldn't believe the size of it when I first came in. Just through here, this door, we have the garage, and from there there's some access through to the garden as well. I really like that viewpoint as you look up the stairs. You can see the woodland through the window there. And then you have the split level as well, which just gives it a little bit of character. And then the first room we come to is the study, and 2 desks in there, so plenty of workspace. It's dual aspect, and superfast broadband has reached St Mellion. In the kitchen there are so many units, and even more in the island in the middle. And then through the doorway you have the utility, and then from there access to the garden. The range master is a real feature in the kitchen, as is the big dining table, so really nice to be able to eat in the kitchen. But you also have the dining room right next door. And just off the dining room there is a downstairs toilet there in the hallway. It's a great space for entertaining in here, and then you have a recent addition of this conservatory, which is fantastic space to be able to watch the golfers in summer and in winter. In the summer the doors tilt as well as open right up, so it's nice and cool, and then in the winter you have the underfloor heating under that lovely limestone floor. From the dining room you can go straight through to the living room. It's almost open plan, but nice that you've got some separation with the wall here. There are 2 windows in here that overlook the garden, and then you have the main focal point, the fireplace there, and then the double doors that open out straight onto the patio. Now from here we'll go upstairs and have a look at the bedrooms. So at the top of the staircase it splits, and on this side you have a self-contained guest suite. So it's such a big room here, and you have the Velux window, just lots of natural light coming onto the bed there, and you can look out over the trees. There's built-in storage at the end of the room, a kitchen even, and the dining table. And then round the corner the ensuite with the walk-in shower, and then another Velux window, so really nice and light. And there's more storage on the way through to the ensuite as well. And it's great to be able to have the kitchen in here, because if you had an elderly relative it would be really useful space, and it's just really useful to have the sink and everything in the room. So all the remaining rooms on this side face the golf course. The first is a double with 2 big wardrobes, and it has an ensuite with a shower and a bath and some really nice mosaic tiles in there. This room's being used as an office, but it will take a double bed. And through this door here, this is where the opportunity comes to have the 5th bedroom, and you'll see why a little later. Then we have the family bathroom with a big walk-in shower with a spa jet, some really nice mosaic tiles. And then we have the master bedroom, and as with all the rooms in this house, it's such a good size. There's even room for a chaise longue here. And then from the bed you can look out right across the golf course. Round the corner here you have a walk-in wardrobe, every girl's dream. And that is where the opportunity comes to have the 5th bedroom. So you could just close that wall up and open the door, and then you have your 5th bedroom. But with 4 already, I'd probably leave it as a walk-in wardrobe. The ensuite, if it's possible, is bigger than all the other bathrooms. It has a bath and a shower. But the real plus point of this room is the fact that you can open those double doors and go straight out onto the balcony. And there's such a lovely view from here of the golf course and the gardens, and that's where we'll go next. So as the house is L-shaped, it's difficult to say where the back garden is, but the majority of the garden is towards this end of the house. You can access it via the garage or this path here. And in the back garden there are various paths that meander through. There's a little pond and then a lawn at the top, and it's just really beautifully planted. And then of course on this side of the garden you have access from every single room. It's south facing, so it's such a sun trap. And then if you do play golf, you couldn't really get much closer to the second fairway than this. And for spectators even, there's a path that runs alongside and down to the lake and in the other direction up to the clubhouse. And as all of this is lovingly maintained by the golf course, you have this lush green backdrop all year round.